They're extremely proud to be American, the lowest point to date.
Well, campus reform went out to George Washington University in Washington to see if students agreed.
Are you proud to be an American this year?
Nah. No.
There are so many issues right now that I just can't say yes.
Not as proud as I've been in the past, but I feel lucky.
I've been prouder. What would you say are the reasons that you're feeling that way?
Definitely our current president. I can't be proud of a country that elected Trump.
I think it's awful if someone says they aren't proud to be an American regardless of who's in our office. So of course I'm more proud than honestly ever.
I think one of the most patriotic things a person can do is realize that there's a lot of problems in the country, be willing to help solve those problems, and still love their country at the end of the day.
Oh, man. Joining us now is Media Director of CampusReform.org, Cabot Phillips. Cabot, welcome.
Good morning.
Thanks for having me on.
So, Cabot, I think this is part of the new trend where it's cool to diss America, especially on college campuses. That's the new cool, isn't it?
That's absolutely what it is. I've been on over 100 campuses with Leadership Institute's Campus Reform, and I've seen how it really is highbrow. You almost gain credibility when you talk down on America. And for people cringing, asking, how have we gotten to this point? Young people in that poll were the least likely to say they were proud to be American. And I think it's because we've removed American exceptionalism from our college classes, from high school classes as well. And when people think we're nothing special, of course they're going to think we're not worth defending, or that there are plenty of other places like this around the world. Watch what happened when I asked people, looking around the world, is America the best?
Do you think we're the greatest country in the world?
I don't.
No. It's not the greatest country in the world.
What would you say is?
If I had to say, I would probably say Sweden.
Canada's doing it kind of well now, so.
What are we the greatest in?
Personal freedom.
Are we, though? Maybe personal freedom for you.
Oh, boy.
Kevin, these seem like nice kids, right? But they've probably never encountered the best arguments for why America is great. I mean, they just don't know.
Yeah, and so many of these students, when I asked them what's the best, they brought up the Nordic states. I think a lot of that has to do with the rise in socialism. Bernie Sanders saying we need to be more like Sweden and more like Norway. These students didn't know anything about the countries they were saying were the greatest. They just wanted to say America wasn't. And a lot of them, when I asked for the reason why, said the border crisis, the fact that so many people are trying to get here and can't get in, the fact that so many people are risking their lives to come to America for a better life is an example of how great we are. They don't do that in Norway and Sweden and Canada. They come to America because they know we have freedom and opportunity unlike anywhere else. And I wish these students knew that people risk their lives to enjoy the freedoms that they do every day and appear to sometimes take for granted.
Boy, it's so true. Seeing the rest of the world, seeing the ways governments affect how people live will wake you up to what the gem that we have here in America.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, and I think also you got to look at President Obama playing a role in this as well. When he was in office, a lot of these kids were growing up, looking up to him so much as this big figure for them. And he said, well, American exceptionalism isn't really what it used to be. Every country likes to think they're exceptional. Yes. And I think that does play a role in it as well when these people are coming of age and getting that message. And as we close, I want to let you know, Pete, if there ever was a statue of you made, I would make sure that it fully reflected you. It would be carved out of marble. We wouldn't have some chainsaw wood statue.
He would be at a grill eating meat or something.
I was going to say, there's got to be bacon in that, or it's not accurate.
I will never have a statue. But
Cabot, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Speaking of patriotism, this gives me a chance to give out some gifts because I bought these a few weeks ago. Barstool Sports has this great stuff where everybody in sports wants rings, whether you're in the NBA or the NFL, you want to win a championship if you're the Patriots. And they have a lot of guys there from Boston, so they always joke about, win and repeat, keep getting banners and rings.
They have a lot of rings recently.
They decided to twist that a little bit to how it might work for America around Independence Day. So first is for Jed. You can open that.
I gotta see. Oh, wow.
So it says 1776 champs, as if we won the World Series or something last party.
I like that.
I got one for me so we can wear these out on our outings, and it has banners. USA, 1776, 1918, and 1945. So we won all those. How cool is that? But then I think I got the best one for people.
Oh, really?
Open
I don't know how it gets better than that.
Are you afraid?
What do we got here? Love Barstool.
I love it.
World War, win, repeat, America.
That is so
it's
you.
not like
Wow.
just repeating for the Super Bowl. It's 1840.